Association of Central Connecticut, and Sheila Leach, Vice President of Operations of the HPRA. And today we have a very, very special guest with us. You may have seen an email that came out from Sheila this morning, but I would like to introduce Brian Bannon, the owner of Thermaxx. And, Brian, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on with your company and what you've done recently? And it's pretty remarkable, the pivot you guys have made.
Sure. Little history. We are a insulation manufacturing company in West Haven, Connecticut. We make pipe insulation removable jackets for steam systems. And we have another division that makes a QR code and an inspection tag for fire departments. Woke up 7 days ago, like everybody else, or 10 days ago, as an insulation manufacturer doing what I do. We saw Governor Lamont's executive decision coming down the pike last Friday, and we knew this was coming. So I had a daughter who was stuck in Africa, and I was on vacation in Miami, and we got her one of the last flights out. And on my way to the airport, I saw a pallet of Tyvek building home wrap. Sent a picture to my engineers. We knew we were not going to be making insulation on Monday morning. So said, what do we think about making a isolation gown or a gown to help our first responder partners that we deal with on our other company? We contacted DuPont and started putting some stuff together, and then really followed the CDC guidelines, which has put Connecticut in a crisis inventory situation. Started seeing the news just like everybody else, with nurses and first responders wearing garbage bags, and said, we have to do something here. So we literally turned our factory upside down. My staff is absolutely amazing. I want to take 100% credit, but I am actually 1,000 miles away, quarantined with my daughter. So I was able to do some of the coordination, but they were the magicians up in Connecticut. Last Saturday, we turned the factory on in less than 72 hours, and we made 20 gowns, disposable gowns. We got a call from a Connecticut hospital network. One of the doctors saw what we were doing and actually drove from the hospital on Saturday afternoon to pick up the 20 gowns we made.
Wow. And
we knew we had an issue. So our number one goal was to donate this material. We have employees that we love. We want to keep working. We followed the crisis kind of act from Congress. So we know there's going to be some funding. We're hoping there's going to be some funding. But the Thermaxx ownership team, which is myself, Philip John, Scott Thayer, Dylan Bruno, Michael Bannon, we've got a group. We all decided that, you know what, let's make gowns as long as we can afford to. Our goal was to make 100 gowns a day and to help our New Haven firefighters out, New Haven County firefighters. We released a website to allow them to request last Saturday evening, and we've received over 169 organizational requests for just about 10,000 gowns.
Wow.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. We are not Tyvek building home wrap experts. I have a half a roll in my garage that I wouldn't even know how to put it on. I have a good friend from the West Haven Twilight League baseball named Tom Carroll, who works for East Haven Building Supplies. So we called Tom, and Tom ran down rolls on the weekend and has been, we've been acquiring rolls from East Haven Building Supply. They've been wonderful. And we're at a point now where we were thinking, again, we were going to make about 1,000 gowns over a 2-week period. And we've already had over 1,500 gowns picked up in the last 4 days.
Wow. So what's your capacity per day right now on manufacturing gowns?
Yeah, so I actually had a call this morning. We Saturday was 20, Sunday was 40. We made 150 on Monday, and yesterday we were able to make just about 400.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we had them in cases of 20. And the response was so overwhelming that we reduced that to cases of 10. so that we can just give more out.
Right. Spread it out.
We don't have the capacity to deliver, so we put an email out the night before, and I think today we have 29 first responders coming between 2 and 4 to pick up those cases.
Wow.
Wow.
That's remarkable.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
Well, Brian, it's been
yeah,
great working with you.
Yeah, it's been great. So we did a call out on Facebook. We developed a do-it-yourself guide for Connecticut residents that want to join the fight. Again, currently the CDC guidelines are wonderful. They know that there's a crisis situation, and the goal right now is how do we keep our front line healthy. These first responders have been there forever for us, and we will do what we have to do to make sure we keep them healthy. And they've been amazing. We've had first responder groups. And I'm gonna shout out to a couple of them, but the one that stands out was Sandy Hook Fire Department. Requested some gowns, and when we told them their gowns were ready for pickup yesterday, they emailed back and said they still had 10 in inventory to give out the other 10 to somebody who may need it more.
That's great.
Yeah, and it just, and that's how I can sum up our first responders.
Right.
So we realized pretty quickly we're not a Fortune 500 company. We're a small business. We do have 60 employees. We are a conservative group, and we've kind of mapped out our payroll to keep everybody on, or as many people as we can. And what really started eating into that was the cost of the Tyvek. So one roll of Tyvek, again, round numbers, about $175, $200. We can make 30 of these gowns. And again, we thought we were going to be ordering 10 at a time. And I think Tom Carroll and his group have delivered over 100 rolls so far.
That's great.
We're getting better at building these, which is good, which is very good.
Yeah. Well, East Haven Builder Supply is certainly a great member of the association, and we're proud that they're working with you. And actually, this has been kind of, I think, in the spirit of what's happening with a lot of different efforts around the country. Sheila was just in touch with you yesterday from a phone call that we got from Constep.
Amazing.
And actually, in short time, this has been an effort out to the members. And why don't you give a little update what you've seen just in a few hours, Sheila?
Yeah, from the email that went out this morning, we already have 27 rolls that have been confirmed. I have many more that are in the works, so that number will continue to climb. So we are very, very proud of our HPRA members who are stepping up to give back and to help you to fight the front lines. So thank you for what you're doing, and thank you to our members.
That is absolutely wonderful. We got a call late last night from AAA, and I shared this with Sheila. I have a webcast with them at 11 o'clock, and it looks like they are going to be donating their AAA vehicles to go pick up those rolls. So right now we have all the fire departments picking up their suits and their gowns, and AAA has also agreed not only to pick up the donated rolls, bring them to our factory, but to also deliver these much needed gowns to the fire departments, ambulance companies and first responders around our state. So it is truly mind blowing. And in this crisis, I've learned the only thing that conquers fear is hope. And just, by kind of getting it started, that pay it forward, we are absolutely blown away by the support that we've gotten. And these donations are going to allow us to continue to support these first responders and actually win this war. I am 100% confident that Connecticut is going to come out on top of this, and we're gonna win. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, it's the creativity and ingenuity that's of companies like yours, and it even just this story of walking through the airport and seeing some Tyvek and having the aha moment of hey, we can do something here and make an impact. It's pretty remarkable, and in such short time, retrofitting your operation to make that pivot. So, and Sheila was saying that your daughter was in the Peace Corps in Africa.
She was in she liked to call it the Peace Corps. It was more of an animal Peace Corps, like a volunteer group. And it was funny, the Friday she came home on Sunday, and again, it's a blur, right? I know it was less than 14 days ago because she's still quarantined. But she had no idea what was going on. There was just no social media. And I'm telling her, hey, I need to get you home. And, she's taking care of baby lion cubs. And she's like, no, we're good. And the State Department got involved and sent out some emails through their STEP program that told the U.S. citizens you need to get home. Yep. And by the time she was at Johannesburg Airport, she knew it was a disaster. So this is not a Connecticut problem. We actually have shared our patterns. We spent about an hour on the phone yesterday with a hospital organization in St. Louis who has run out of gowns, and we've showed them how to make these, and they're working with their local sneaker manufacturer to do the same thing. So, excellent. Yeah, we just got to protect our front lines.
Absolutely.
And thank you for making it public and letting everyone share in your creativity and a solution. And that is truly the giving back, and we appreciate that. And I love how you also have made it available for the do-it-yourselfers.
Absolutely.
For them, you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we started handing out the gowns, and of course the firemen were so grateful they spread the word. There are 3 million Connecticut residents that are that want to join this fight. So we got some phone calls just from some families that said, hey, we're killing time on Facebook. We'd love to be able to make a couple of these gowns for our own neighborhood fire department. So we put a do-it-yourself guide up there, and we have a whole little community on the side actually making these gowns and bringing them to their fire department. So it's great. And again, I'm not even in Connecticut right now, and one of my neighbors who's kind of stuck at home is a medical sales person. I actually, through the balcony, was talking to him today, and he is going to be doing the same thing. Florida's about 2 weeks behind Connecticut. And they've got their peak coming probably May 1, and they're going to have the same problem that we're having. So hopefully the entire country jumps on board and gets involved. This is scary, but again, I feel confident we're going to win this war.
Yeah. Well, Brian, we thank you for allowing us to partake in this opportunity to help support this great cause. And it's been a pleasure working with you, and we look forward to continue working with you. We look forward to coming seeing your factory when we can.
I can't wait. I can't wait. And hopefully by then it's not a tie-back gown factory.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Brian, thank you so much. And for those that want to make some donations from the HPRA membership, contact Sheila. You can reach her at sheila@hpracentralct.com. Or you can call the office, which is forwarding to her cell phone as well, and we can coordinate those delivery of those donations. And if you just want to make a purchase at one of the local lumber yards, do that as well. That'll go down to Thermaxx and their efforts to make the protective gowns for the folks on the front lines. So
that's wonderful. Thank you and all your members. Again, our goal is a member here may need a first responder to help one of their loved ones, and our goal is to make sure that these guys are safe and can get there. So
and we have some members that we know that are volunteers
I'm sure,
in ambulance departments and things. So it will be well received. So thank you very much, and be safe and in your quarantine with you and your daughter. And we wish you good health and safe travels back to Connecticut as well.
Yeah, we have different music taste. I can tell you that.
Sure.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Brian. You well.